his ideal girlfriend. One thing in game, a basic tenet is less is more. Guys are inclined to take action. If a girl's really not showing that much interest and she's kind of like pulling back, he's inclined to reach out to her more, which just drives her away, to call her more, to text her more, to show up more, to ask her out more. And it really does the exact opposite of attracting her. It pushes her away. So what we say in game is less is more. And that comes down to even the speed of your movement. Slow down. Slow down. Walk slower. Talk slower. Move slower. Because unless you've been going out with girls and meeting new girls like daily or weekly or monthly for a year, you're probably still unconsciously keyed up, which is normal when you meet for the first time. And you have to believe me, and I learned this the hard, a strange way. I met up with this girl when I first got back into dating, and I was nervous. And then I noticed when she took her glass of wine and she brought it up to her mouth, her hand was shaking. And that's at that moment, I kind of like realized this girl is way more nervous than I am. So you have to kind of like be cool for everyone, because girls kind of like key off of you. And if you're cool, they'll pick it up also. But first thing is you have to consciously, and you'll see them react well to this. This is one of those weird things. It's kind of like when I talk about alpha text game. If you put a couple alpha text game, like no punctuation, short little, you'll see an immediate return on your investment. This is the exact same thing. When you go in and you slow down your movements, your speech rate, the speed that you move, everything, you see her lean in more quickly. It's a weird thing. You have to actually do this to really grasp it, but I suggest you test it. Again, you don't have to believe everything I say, but I ask you to at least once in a while test these things out, not just once, but maybe once or twice, and see what the reaction is. You will be amazed at times at how effective it is. Girl, it's just like posture. The more you set up and the better you stand, and there's certain ways to stand that are more attractive than others, you'll see a positive reaction from women unconsciously. And again, when you can consciously slow down, walk slower, talk slower, move slower, and that just means gestures when you gesture. Because what I think happens is when guys get out on a first date, they're a little bit keyed up, even if you're not a highly keyed up guy, and they just move too quick. That anxiety kind of comes through, and it comes through in your speed of your talking. Your voice goes up, and you're kind of moving more frantically, which for girls kind of like throws them off. So, and they'll start picking that up and they'll become frantic, which is not a good thing. You want them like cool. So that's a tenet of game is less is more, less speed, slower cadence when you talk, walk slower, just a fraction, nothing weird, and move slower with your gestures. And I think you'll see a positive reaction in how she reacts to you. Let's see if we have one more.